Hey, what's going on, everybody? Back today with another video. Yesterday we finished the Porsche. We started on the Cadillac. Now we're going to be finishing up this Cadillac. Just the chrome delete. We're still waiting for the tail lights and other pieces to come back from paint. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this headlight lamp. If you're starting to do chrome delete jobs, I think these right here make a huge difference. You can angle it however you want, and if you're in here doing these little detail cuts, it just makes it a lot easier to see what you got going on. Dude, I love these little pouches right here. Just being able to quickly grab my cards and have my blade and everything right there without it just being shoved in my pockets, so much better. So I'm gonna stop babbling right now. We're gonna jump into this chrome delete and get it knocked out. Y'all stay tuned.
It must be the check, got me crazy. Already was wild, then they went and paid me. A wild thornberry, rug red, all that 90s baby. So you know the money got me misbehaving.
So what I like so much about these wrapping gloves is just really easy to start sliding your hand across here to get everything in there really good. I like these cards when you do bigger panels. Sometimes it's nice to just use this glove and kind of make sure everything's in there really nice. Sometimes I'll use the card to get more detail areas and whatnot. But other than that, you know, it's mostly the glove. So after we get all this laid in, we'll get it all cut down. But yeah, that's about it. So I like the headlight lamp, I like the pouch, and with the glove on, makes stuff a lot quicker and easier for me. Some people just don't like having stuff around their waist or whatnot, or they can slide their fingers across. Sometimes with this darker film, the film's full over a little bit, it kind of has like a shadow to it. You just have to make sure you're actually cutting right and not wrong. So I'll use the headlight lamp when I actually go to make the cut. Right now I'm just going to leave it off while I'm laying everything in there. I also like to use a torch. It's a lot easier than having that extension cord following you, but I definitely like a torch. Also, when you go to take, like after you lay everything and then you want to feed the film behind this seal, which one, or behind the trim, just pull this vinyl back a little bit, and then you're able to take your card and feed into it. Because if you already have it tacked to the card and you're just trying to shove into it, you're just gonna have all that tension, and probably when you make the cut, you're gonna see some silver. So make sure you pull this back from the edge till you get close to your trim, and then you can just tuck it right behind there. So now I know when I run my blade, I'm fully covered. So that's just another little thing. So this ramp, I don't know if you guys see it, I love this ramp. It makes it so much easier, especially when you're doing like front and rear bumpers wrapping or doing the bottom side skirts. Also just disassembly, because most vehicles that get wrapped require you taking the rear bumper and the front bumper off. So having this ramp, you can pull right up, lift that back up, drop the legs on it. It's all up in the air. Right now it's just pulled up there. I don't even have the back up in the air. But ramp's amazing, wrap glove's amazing, headlight lamp, and this pouch, definitely things you guys need to check out and get into.
We're gonna lace this with some 20% tint all the way around, and like with all of our tint jobs, all our tint jobs are lifetime warranty. Our lifetime warranty covers peeling, turning purple, turning purple, bubbling, anything like that. So yeah, we're gonna kick this off and we get the day started. And I think Kyle's gonna be actually finishing this up. We just got a little bit more of the chrome delete that we got to complete. I just got off the phone with Hughes Auto Body, our paint specialist. They said we're looking at about a Friday ETA as far as that goes. Oh yeah, we got to go over to the body shop and do a tint. Normally I don't do anything mobile, but I mean, these guys, they work magic for us. They bend over backwards. They're always doing stuff, so I feel like I got to give them the same energy. So, you know, if we're dealing with a vendor or a shop that stays after hours, answer the phone after hours, they come bring us stuff, they bend over backwards because they know the importance of, you know, job completion and getting stuff done right, this and that. So I kind of have to do the same energy. Do I want to drive over to Hughes today and tint a single window on a Tesla? Hell no. But it wouldn't be right. So I'm going to take care of that because these guys need to get their cars shipped out and make money. So I'm going to put about 2 hours into this, get this thing tinted. That'll leave us about 3. And I think we got another project. One of the lunatics is coming up today. We got some projects for him. So we're going to, you know, we got a lot of stuff going on. Then Kyle today just sold another wrap. Good thing. But we got freaking wraps on wraps now. So finish up this caddy, and we're gonna start on this bus and make some progress and get stuff going. Till later. So I'm not gonna lie, I've been tinting for a while now, and I'll just put this up here. It's good film. You gotta have a peel board. Peel boards are very necessary in the tint world, so you're not cutting on people's glass. So we normally use a heat gun, but I've tinting for a while. I feel like I got good control. I'm gonna use this blowtorch, and I'm gonna show you guys how it's done. And then take my card. This should stretch everything out. I'm gonna come over this side. We got a little bit bigger finger over here, but I'm not really scared. So now I'm gonna use my high-powered LED. What we do is we cut about 1/8 of an inch past the window matrix. Our freshly cut pattern. Put it on the peel board. I'm just gonna throw it on top of this piece. We're gonna still use this piece. This is the access cut off the bottom. It's perfect to get our pocket windows. Set that there. And get all this nice and clean. Was you video whenever you were FaceTiming earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's pretty cool. Not just giving people a different viewpoint.
Yeah. What's up, big bro? Just
sorry, it's ridiculous how many calls and texts we get. It's pretty ridiculous. So I'm trying to, if I don't get back with you guys right away, it's nothing personal. It's just a two-man show. And, you know, I like to stay focused on the jobs that we're working at. I can't be talking and quoting and looking up parts while I'm working. So if we don't get back to you, it's nothing personal. It's just what it is. But I do recommend the best way of communicating with us is via text. But it's kind of like a little note, you know, because if you call, I might not call you back the same day. So the best way to reach me sometimes is just sending me a text of just getting straight to the point what you're looking for. If you even had a price point, I know some people have budgets for certain projects. So that type of information always helps. So then we're not wasting each other's time. I'm trying to find that little, I'll just take my towel, wipe the edges, even the side plastic, just in case when we do get in there, if the film does have to touch it a little bit, we don't want it picking up any dirt or dust contaminants. See, just like that, we got the glass perfectly clean. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and put one more final clean before install. So I just lightly mist it. And wipe my blade clean. Start at the bottom on this one and then we take the protective liner off. After we take this protective liner off, it has access this is the glue side of the film, so get a little water so it just doesn't instantly pack up. We'll put that there. Get in the habit of throwing these things are slick. You leave these on the ground, slip and bust your ass. So then it's all about how you handle your film too. You want to make sure you're not handling a way where it creases. So then what I do is I'll put my left side in first, not letting the right side touch at all yet. Kind of slide that thing in position. Then I kind of scoot it back, creating a couple, like a little bubbly pattern in the middle so it can slide. And then what I do is line this, checking for any light gaps. We'll make sure the film is covering all the edges. Lock everything in. And when doing this, you gotta apply a lot of pressure, so sometimes the film will shift again. So after we've locked it in, I'll go back through, make sure the film hasn't shifted, do this little T pattern. Lock everything in.
Talk about making it easy, man, being a hatchback.
Yeah, this saves my back. Now we're just squeezing out all the water.
And he's gonna complete the rest of this car. I'm gonna finish this chrome delete and then try to start on this bus. So we're gonna jump off here right now and maybe do some time lapse stuff.
I'll show you from point A to point B on actually doing the installation of this. First thing I use is my scrubby pad. We just use that to break up any type of loose grime or dirt that we might have on the actual window. So if there's any like sticker residue, even like, you know, especially brand new cars, you know how they have the car addendum, the facts when they tell you all about the vehicle, they usually have that on there. So we use that scrubby pad, knock that off. And then we use a flat razor, and this is just if there's anything hard on there, any type of extra little anything, this right here is going to knock that completely off. And the reason being is whenever we do the installation of the tint, we want to make sure the glass is clean as possible. That's the biggest thing with window tinting. Is I would say that there's a couple big things, but I would say having the pattern close to the top of the edge and then making sure your pattern covers so there's no light gaps to the left or right, and then how clean it is. If you ever see tint jobs where there's like little white specks throughout it, that is dust and dirt, and a lot of times that dust and dirt will get there because not having a clean surface. And some cars have felt seals, so the felt seals will actually hold dirt no matter how much you wash or clean them, they just hold dirt. So we get like a late model vehicle that has those older felt seals. What we like to do is just put a little painter's tape on them, and the painter's tape will just keep that locked in so you don't have to worry about that the dust or dirt spreading through the tint job. So after this, I always kind of flush the water on a downward, because if there is any dirt or dust, what it does is takes that and brings it down. And then I'll take the razor blade again, because when the window was up, we couldn't really scrape, you know, any dirt or grime, and then I go back down our edges. So our most important thing is that top edge and the sides, making sure that's dust, dirt free. Then I take my glass squeegee, and we'll make sure that we cover every square inch, not leaving anything behind. And then this guy, this is my buddy right here. I like that one. That one gives you a nice clean cut. And then I'll take a clean towel, take my finger and just wipe, and then the top of the edge, because what happens is a lot of times water or dirt sits on that very top, and then when I get the spray, it'll kind of roll down. So I just do that, and I only do that part right before installation. So now we're gonna go to the install, and I'm gonna show you guys how to install this. Separate the film from the protective liner, and now we have exposed is the glue. We're going to use the soap and water. Now we're handling the film. What you don't want to do is touch the film. We do have little granules of dirt or dust on our fingers. So what I like to do is, if you see right here, I'll grab the film with the liner, so I'm not actually touching the sticky part, and then I just get behind it, droop the film. And this is very important, is the positioning right now. I'm gonna take this and put this towards me. I'm gonna insert the film behind the seal, like so. And then I'm gonna have Kyle over here, cameraman, look out man, go on the other side, make sure there's no light gap. And then we got the film over enough. And then
Everything looks good on this side.
And if you didn't have your good cameraman here, I would get up and just check it. So then my next step is I'm gonna put this top edge as close as possible to the top edge. As close as possible to the top edge. So we want it to barely, you know, and if it's too over, it will peel. So you don't want it over, but you want it dead on, if possible. I judge tint jobs based on that. So then I just kind of wipe away the moisture before we roll it up. So I'm gonna go back through one more time, get a good little squeegee on that. Good squeegee on that. Then I'm gonna take that card that I showed you guys that's lined with the Teflon. Okay, gotta find it first. All right, so I'm gonna take this card. I'm gonna remove any water that might be in the edges, like so. Do that a couple times just to ensure there's no water, no moisture. And I think this looks pretty good. So the next step is we're gonna roll the window completely up, windows up. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky, but not too. I'm gonna take this film, make sure it's behind the window sill on both sides, leaving the plastic liner. And I'm gonna lift the film up, and I'm gonna start right where I stopped. Flush the water. You can just turn the car completely off. That's weird that it even turned off. And then the film, if you align it right, should just fall right in place. And then from there, just hit it with a little bit of moisture, a little water. And then I'm gonna squeegee out all the excess water, like so. And then I'm gonna take this, go down our edge, making sure there's no water. Take this squeegee. Now, I know a lot of people tint different, but this method that I use is probably the most effective, cleanest method. I get the same results every time. Little to minimum dust. Patterns go right in. And another good thing is you want to make sure your patterns are cut correctly, because if you got a pattern that's too big or too small, you can either show light or you'll be wrestling with it, trying to get it to tuck behind it. Now we're just going to get the water off the door panels. Didn't really clean any of the windows after I tinted them, so I'm going to go through and clean all the windows, do a little inspection, make sure we don't have any dirt or dust or everything's 100, and then we'll get this thing outside, let it start drying, go from there. And that is how you tint a window on a Kia.